Okay, so let's sort out our second enemy and put him in the game. We already have our enemy 1 just here with everything that we need. The script is now complete. That will work perfectly fine. And I want to make sure that these target cubes are associated with this enemy. So to do that, I'm just simply going to create an empty game object, and I will call this enemy 1 with targets. I will drag that under the enemies. Now I want to put the enemy 1 inside of that one, and I want to take all of these targets. I want to also put those in there, so that enemy 1 with targets is now all contained within this single prefab. This single empty game object. And what that means also is that I can then move everything around all in one go. Okay, so I'm not having to drag everything around separately. Now we can actually just duplicate this one. So if you click on enemy 1 with targets and edit and duplicate, shortcut Ctrl+D, we actually get a copy. Okay, let me just close that one down. Enemy 1 with targets 1, let's just change the name of it to enemy 2 with targets. Obviously we've got all of our targets. We do need to change the name of those. Okay, very important. So obviously that becomes what did I do there? 2 target cube 1. Make sure that you press enter in order to register the change there. Okay, 2 target cube 2, 2 target cube 3, etc. will allow you to do that in your own time. You don't really want to watch me doing that for ages. Okay, enemy 1, what we can do here is basically just delete this one because we don't need that one. We're now going to drag in enemy 2. Okay, so let's do that. Let's find our element. Nope. Or fuse characters rather. Prefabs and enemy 2. Okay, so I'm going to drag character into place. Try and get the character as close as you can to the other character. And that's put him right at the top of the list, which is annoying. So let's just click on him, edit, copy all the way down to the bottom, and edit, paste. Okay. Let's just drag that onto enemy 2 with targets. So now it's a part of that. Let's just get rid of this one. Great. Okay, so now we've got enemy 2. Let's compare the values with enemy 1. So enemy 1, yep, is good. Enemy 2, roughly about the same, so 1.6 on the scale there between enemy 1 and enemy 2. And as you can see, we've got a couple of lights illuminating the character. Now I think this enemy 2 is a little bit shorter than enemy 1. Okay, so don't try and just match the size of them. Some characters are taller, some characters are shorter. What I want to do, I think we did make a change to some of those blue lights, so let me find those. So we changed the intensity to 2.4 on front light 1. So let's make that change as well on this one. Yep, this one's at an intensity of 3, so let's just change that to 2.4. Okay, so now what we need to do is add all of the components from enemy 1. Now we could do that manually. We could manually add all of these, or we could right click and choose copy component, go back down to enemy 2, and right at the top here we right click and we choose paste component as new. Okay, and it actually copies those values, which is great. Alright, let me see if I can get both of them in at the same time, which I can. So let's do the same with the script. Okay, so copy component, go to enemy 2, right at the top, paste component as new, and it comes in with all the target cubes. Now we can obviously change those. Enemy 1, we also need the nav mesh agent. Copy component onto enemy 2 and paste component as new, and it keeps those values that we put in before so we don't have to repeat ourselves. Okay, so for enemy 2, make sure that we're clicked on there. We have to change our enemy number to 2. Now obviously if we didn't put a number in there, the enemy would walk to target number 1 and wouldn't do anything else. It would basically just stop and continue walking on the spot. Probably change the wait time if you want. It's entirely up to you. You can maybe go with 5. Now we do need to change these targets. Okay, so just a matter of then dragging those into place once they're all renamed. Okay, and that becomes your next assignment. Okay, so your next assignment is to set up all of these enemies. All right, put them all in the same position, each of them in a prefab. Enemy 3 with targets, enemy 4 with targets, etc., and set them all up so that all of the characters have the AI attached and they're all ready to go.